Alright folks, today we are making a high protein quesadilla. Easily one of my favorite snacks and really meals on my recent diet. So starting off, here are the macros. It's really quite good macros. It's like 400 calories, like 50 grams of protein, and the end result is that it is a high protein food that will keep you very, very satiated and of course is quite delicious. It's also a very simple recipe, obviously, because it's a quesadilla, right? Like, quesadillas are a simple and easy thing to make. The thing that sets this quesadilla apart from other quesadillas is simply the ingredients. So this is really just a 3-ingredient thing, technically 4 or 5 if you're using some butter, some salsa, some other toppings. But we've got a lean chicken mince from Heck. The cool thing about this is that it also comes with a variety of spices already added in, which saves me some time. I don't have to add too much extra stuff. Do add a little bit of salt and pepper while I'm cooking it, but otherwise just basically cook it as is, and it's really flavorful to begin with. I do also like to add an onion while I'm cooking it, and that's just to give it a little bit more, taste, texture, some stuff to add into it. So you'll see that I really struggle to cut an onion for some reason. I take way too long to cut an onion in this video. I don't know why. I really sped that up, for the sake of all you viewers at home, so you don't have to watch me cut an onion all the time. Aside from that, we've got basically a low-fat cheese. So that seems kind of a weird one, right? Like, you've got a low-fat cheese. Cheese is mostly just the fat, left over from milk in the first place. That is how you make cheese. So, what does it mean to have a low-fat cheese? Is that really still a cheese? Does it still taste like cheese? Does it still melt like cheese? Luckily, the answer is yes. It pretty much acts and feels like normal cheese. So it works out all the same in the end. And the really cool thing is that when you have your low-fat cheese, it ends up being pretty high protein as well. So it's basically just a high-protein cheese. And that really helps a lot in terms of keeping the protein content on this dish high and reducing the excess calories from fats. Aside from that, I am using a low-carb wrap. This is also just something where, again, all I'm really doing here is trying to minimize the excess calories so that, we can just have a high-protein snack. You'll see here that I've made up a lot more chicken mince than I actually need. I'm typically using about 100 grams of chicken per quesadilla. And that means that since the package contains 400 grams, I am cooking basically 4 times as much as I need, which means, of course, that I'm going to be packing some of this up to put in the fridge and use for later quesadillas. So once you've got your chicken mince ready, basically all you really need to do is focus on getting your cheese grated. I did that off camera a little bit, simply to save a bit of time. And then you basically just get everything going. Melt some butter in the pan, toss in your wrap, toss in your cheese. I used 50 grams of cheese. You could use a little bit more, a little bit less, really up to your liking. And I did use butter for this recipe. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I've just decided that butter is an important thing for me. Yes, it adds more calories, but at the same time, butter is delicious. It helps you get that nice crispy texture on the outside of the tortilla that you kind of associate with a quesadilla. And for me, that's, not something I can sacrifice. That's something that we need to have. So a little bit of butter to the pan, toss in your wrap, toss your cheese on top, and basically just let it go until it starts to crisp up and until the cheese melts enough that you are in a good place. Once you've got your cheese all set, then all you have to do is toss on your chicken, toss on anything else that you want to, get it folded, get it chopped up, and then basically you are all set to go. like to add in a little bit of salsa. In this case, I'm using just really crappy store-bought salsa. And the reason I like salsa is because, yeah, you could add in other toppings like your guacamole, your sour cream, etc. But the benefit that salsa has is that it's also low calorie because it's basically just, like a sauce made out of veggies, right? So, doesn't really add much in the way of calories, which keeps this a pretty low calorie, again, super high protein, super delicious. This is one of those things where, yeah, it feels like you've hacked together a lot of different high protein things, and sometimes that can create a frankenfood that is just weird, not really tasting like the original. But I would say that this is just as good as any other quesadilla you're going to make. I, again, really go a bit heavy on the chicken, about 100 grams, a bit lighter on the cheese, about 50 grams. But you could really do any ratio that you enjoy. You could go heavier on the chicken, you could go heavier on the cheese, whatever you prefer, honestly. So, this is also a recipe that is very quick and easy to make. This took me all in all about 20 minutes, even including the fact that I was making a bunch of chicken that I was not going to be using right away. So it's significantly faster when you're just tossing this together in maybe 10-15 minutes when you don't have to prep the chicken first. So I hope that you liked this video. As always, don't hesitate to comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see in future videos. Don't hesitate to give us that subscribe if you want to see some more high protein recipes like this one. And of course, I will see you all next week. Have a good one.